Hello, today's our class is on arithmetic mean. The purpose of average is to present heap of data into a single value. As we have stated earlierly, there are 8 types of averages. Today we will discuss about arithmetic mean only. Arithmetic mean is the mathematical average whose computation is based on all the observations of a given series. This unit is about the theoretical and computational aspects of arithmetic mean. First we will discuss introduction and meaning. Arithmetic mean is a statistical measure which is widely used to represent the whole data with the help of single value. While the arithmetic mean calculated for sample data is denoted by x bar, it can be pronounced as x bar. The arithmetic mean computed for a universe is denoted by mu. Pronounced as mu. Usually arithmetic mean is simply known as the mean or the average. Arithmetic mean may be of two types, namely simple arithmetic mean and weighted arithmetic mean. Thus appropriate prefix is added to the word arithmetic mean to suit the requirements of the statistical analysis. Simple arithmetic mean is nothing but according to Simpson and Kafka, arithmetic mean is the quotient that results when the sum of all the items in the series is divided by the number of items. According to Yal and Chow, arithmetic mean the sum of the observations in a sample divided by the number of observations in the sample. Then computation of simple arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean is computed for the data relating to individual, discrete and continuous series. First we will discuss about individual series. Arithmetic mean for the data of an individual series can be computed either by the direct method or shortcut method. First we will see the direct method. In this method, arithmetic mean is obtained by dividing the sum of the values of all observations in the series by the number of items consulting the series, the number of items that constitute the series. Symbolically we can show it as x bar, that is arithmetic mean is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus dot 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 xn by n. This can be written as x bar is equal to sigma x by n, where x bar is the arithmetic mean, sigma x is the sum of the values of all the observations of a variable, whereas n is the number of observations. One example we will consider here for the sake of understanding. Here marks obtained by 10 students in accountancy subject is given. Serial number and marks in accountancy is given. Serial number 1 2 3 4 10. Accountancy, first number candidate has got 56 marks, second one got 63, third one got 45, fourth one got 75, fifth one got 66, sixth one got 47, seventh one got 80, eighth one got 36 and ninth one got 29. Lastly the 10th student has got 54 marks. For this we need to sum up all the observations. That means n is equal to number of items is 10. The sum of the items will be 551, that is sigma x. Then x bar is equal to sigma x by n, that is 551 by 10 is equal to 55.1. Thus the arithmetic mean of the marks is obtained by the students in the accountancy subject is 51.5. If we use shortcut method for calculating, what is the difference we will see here between the shortcut and direct method. The direct method of calculating arithmetic mean is convenient only when the observations are a few, very few, and their values are represented by small numbers. When the variable constitute large number of observations, computations of arithmetic mean involves more calculations To overcome this difficulty, shortcut method is used. This method is based on the uh, property of the arithmetic mean. The sum of deviations of variables from the mean is equal to 0. Thus, the arithmetic mean of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is equal to 3. If the deviations of each of these observations from the mean 3 is calculated, it would be minus 2, minus 1 and plus 1 plus 2, and their sum is equal to 0. Symbolically, this can be represented as sigma x minus x bar is equal to 0. Arithmetic mean is computed by taking an arbitrary origin which is known as assumed mean. Okay, we call it as assumed mean. We take some arbitrary number that can be called as assumed mean. The assumed mean need not to be picked up from among the values of the variable. It can be any figure as per the convenience of the user. The following steps are required to calculate the arithmetic mean. One is assumed a value as a mean and denote it by a. Assume a value as mean and denote it by a. Take the deviations of all the values of the variable from the assumed mean, that is x minus a, and denote these deviations by dx. Add all these deviations and obtain sigma dx. Okay, where dx shows deviations from assumed mean. Apply the formula, okay, that is x bar is equal to a plus sigma dx by n. Okay, where x bar is arithmetic mean and a is assumed arithmetic mean, sigma dx is sum of deviations of all the values of the variable taken from an assumed mean, and n is equal to number of observations. When we see the example given here, we will understand what is shortcut method which is used for the calculation of arithmetic mean. Okay, here it was given the monthly incomes of 8 workers of a factory and asked to find the arithmetic mean of incomes of workers per month. We consider shortcut method to solve this problem. Okay, serial number is given, monthly income of x each worker is given, that is first worker will get 150 and the last worker 205, 8th worker is 205. In between 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers are there and they also have their corresponding incomes. Okay, that is what the second one will get 162, third one 173, fourth one 179, and fifth one 180, sixth one 200, seventh one 210, and the last one is 205. Now I'll take assumed mean as 180 and I'll find the dx. That means x minus dx. X is 150 and a is first for the first number x is 150 and a is 180. 150 minus 180 you will get minus 30. For second one it will be minus 18. 162 minus 180 minus 18. 173 minus 180 minus 7. 179 minus 180 minus 1. 180 minus 180 0. 200 minus 180 20. 210 minus 180 30. 205 minus 180 25. If we summate all these, that is sigma dx is equal to, we will get 19. The minuses and plus are subtracted. Now the number of items we have considered here are 8. As we know that assumed mean considered as 180, substituting the values in the formula, that is x bar is equal to a plus sigma dx by n. That means a is 180 plus sigma dx is we will have 19 and n is number of items n 8. 180 plus, okay, 19 by 80 equal to 2.37. 180 plus 2.37 is equal to 182.37 is the average monthly income of worker. Average monthly income of workers is 182.37. Okay, now we will consider discrete series. Arithmetic mean for the data of discrete series can be computed either direct method or by shortcut method. First we will see the direct method. Multiply each value of the variable with its corresponding frequency and denote the column by fx. Add all the values of fx and obtain sigma fx. Obtain the total frequencies of the distribution and denote it by n or sigma f. Substitute these values in the formula given below and obtain the value of x bar. Okay, x bar is equal to sigma fx by n will be the formula, where x bar is the arithmetic mean, f is the frequency, and sigma fx sum of the products of values of variables and their respective frequencies. Then n is equal to, or we can say it as sum of the frequencies, that can be called as sigma f, total number of observations or total frequencies. Okay, now we will consider one example to understand this discrete series from direct method. That is the information relating to wages of workers of a factory is given, okay, and asked to find out the mean wage of workers per day. Okay, wages per day is rupees 10, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22, 25 is given, and the number of workers, okay, who earn 10 rupees per day is 1. Number of workers who earn 12 rupees per day are 6 number. Number of workers who earn 13 rupees per day will be 10. Number of workers who earn 14 rupees per day are 20. Number of workers who earn 16 rupees per day are 23. Number of workers who earn 17 rupees per day are 15. Number of workers who earn 20 rupees per day are 16. Number of workers who earn 21 rupees per day are 4. Number of workers who earn 22 rupees per day are 3. Number of workers who earn 25 rupees per day are only 2 members are there. With this data we need to find out the mean of the discrete series. Now what we need to do, we have given that f, okay, number of workers, and we have also given that wages of the per day, wages of the workers per day. Okay, now we need to find out fx. Okay, that is fx 10 into 1 10, 12 into 6 72, 13 into 10 130, 14 into 20 280, 16 into 23 368, 17 into 15 255, 20 into 16 320, 21 into 4 84, 22 into 3 66, 25 into 2 50. The sum of the frequencies, that is sigma f is equal to n, which is equal to 100. Sigma fx is equal to the sum of the multiply f into x, okay, that is sigma fx is equal to 1635. Now if we substitute the same in the formula, that is okay, am is equal to sigma fx by n, that is 1635 by 100, 16.35 will be the answer. Okay, this is nothing but the mean wages of worker per day in rupees 16.35. Okay, next we use shortcut method. In the case of shortcut method, we have to follow a few steps, okay, in order to calculate the arithmetic mean. One is assume any value as the mean of the series and denote it by a. Take the deviations of the variable x from the assumed mean a and denote the column by dx. Dx is equal to x minus a. Multiply the deviations dx with their respective frequencies f and denote the column by f dx. Find out the total of f dx column and obtain sigma f dx. Find out the total, add all the frequencies of the distribution and obtain n, that is sigma sigma f is equal to n. Substitute the values in the formula, okay, and that is given as x bar is equal to a plus sigma f d x by n, where x is arithmetic mean, a is assumed mean. Sigma f dx is equal to sum of the products of deviations from assumed mean and their respective frequencies. N is equal to total number of observations. Okay, if we consider one problem, we will consider here one problem for the sake of understanding. Information relating to weekly wages of workers in a factory is given and asked to find out the mean wages of workers per week. Wages are given in rupees 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay, and number of workers is 3, 61, 132, 153, 70, 70, 51, 2. Okay, n is 542 and x minus a, that is dx is equal to a, we have taken 40 and minus 15 minus 10, okay, minus 5, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, okay, depending upon the number that we have subtracted, that is x minus a. Then f into dx, we have f values 3 into 20, f into dx 3 into minus 15 minus 45, okay, then 61 into minus 10 minus 16, minus 5 into 132 minus 660, 0 into 0 0, 5 into 70, sorry, 0 into 153 0, 5 into 70 350, 10 into 70 700, 15 into 51 765, 20 into 2 40. The total of sigma f dx is equal to 540. Sigma f dx is equal to 540. Right, arithmetic mean, that is x bar is equal to a plus sigma f dx by n is the formula, where a is equal to 40, sigma f dx is equal to 540, n is equal to 542. Then 40 plus, if we substitute the same in the formula, we will get x bar is equal to 40 plus 540 by 542 is equal to 40. 540 by 542, the answer is 0.99. Hence 40 plus 0.99 is equal to 40.99. 40.99 weekly mean wages of workers will be the 40.99. Okay, next we will discuss continuous series. In case of continuous series, arithmetic mean is calculated, okay, by direct method and shortcut method. We will also consider step deviation method to calculate the continuous series. Summation method is there, but it is not used in many number of cases. Of course, any method can give the answer. Generally, people are inclined to use the step deviation method for the sake of its convenience. Right, first we will discuss direct method. As per the direct method, arithmetic mean is calculated with the help of the a few steps. First one is find out the mid values of each class and denote them in a column by m. This can be obtained by dividing the total of upper value and lower value of each class by 2. Multiply the mid values of each class with their respective frequencies to obtain Fm. Add all the values of Fm to obtain sigma Fm. Add all frequencies of the classes and denote it by n. Apply the following formula and obtain x bar. Okay, that is x bar is equal to sigma Fm by n. Okay, where x bar is equal to arithmetic mean and m is equal to mid value of various classes, sigma fm is equal to sum of the products of mid values and their respective frequencies, n is equal to number of observations or total frequencies. One example we will consider here, that is for frequency distribution is given and asked to find out the arithmetic mean. Weight is given in kgs in a continuous form, that is between the 10 20, 20 30, 30 40, 40 50, 50 60, 60 70 and 70 80, and we need to find out mid values for this, and he has also given that number of percent, that means frequency. Okay, mid value of 10 20, 10 plus 20 by 2, that is 30 by 2 is equal to 15, 20 plus 30 50 by 2 is equal to 25, 30 plus 40 70 by 2 is equal to 35, 40 plus 15 90 by 2 is equal to 45, 50 plus 60 110 by 2 is equal to 55, 60 plus 70 130 by 2 is equal to 65, 70 plus 80 150 by 2 is equal to 75. In that manner we will get mid value, and now with the mid value, we need to multiply the frequency, and that means f into m. 15 into 15, 225, 25 into 20, 500, 35 into 25, 875, 45 into 30, 1350, 55 into 80, 990, 65 into 12, 780, 75 into 6, 450. Now the number of items, that is sigma f is equal to 126, and sigma fm is equal, the product of f into midpoint is equal to sigma fm, that is equal to 5170. If we substitute the same in the formula, that is x bar is equal to sigma fm by n. Sigma fm, as we know, that 5170, and n is equal to 126. 5170 by 126, we will get 41.03. Thus the mean weight of persons is 41.03 kgs. Okay, next we have shortcut method. According to the shortcut method, arithmetic mean is calculated as per the given procedure. First is find out the mid values of each class. Okay, and take a mid value as assumed mean and denote it by a. Take the deviations of mid values from the assumed mean, that is m minus a, and denote the column by d. Multiply the deviations by their respective frequencies and denote it by the column fd. Obtain total of f into d, product of frequencies and deviations, and denote it by sigma ft. Add the frequencies and obtain n, that is equal to sigma f is equal to n. Apply the formula, that is x bar is equal to a plus sigma fd by n, where x bar is equal to arithmetic mean, a is equal to assumed mean, d is equal to deviations taken from the assumed mean of mid value, that is m minus a, and sigma fd is equal to sum of the products of deviations and their respective frequencies. N is equal to total number of observations or total of frequencies. We will consider one problem here for the sake of understanding. That is arithmetic mean of marks from calculate. I has asked to calculate the arithmetic mean of marks from the given data. That is, he has given marks in a continuous form, that is 0, 10, 10, 20. Okay, 0, 10, 10, 20, 20, 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50, 60, 60, 70. And number of students is 5, 13, 19, 20, 25, 12, 6. Okay, now we need to take the mid values. We need to find out the mid values. 0, 5, 0 plus 10 by 2, 5, 10 plus 20, 30 by 2, 15. Okay, if you 20 plus 30, 50 by 2, 25, 30 plus 40, 70 by 2, 35, 40 plus 50, 90 by 2, 45, 50 plus 60, 110 by 2, 55, 60 plus 70, 130 by 2, 65. Okay, we will have, we got mid values, and now we need to find out the deviations, that is equal to assumed mean minus m, that is equal to a minus m. We have considered 35 as assumed mean, and m minus, now we need to consider m minus, that is a m minus a, that is not a minus m minus a. That means 5 minus 35 minus 30, 15 minus 35 minus 20, 25 minus 35 minus 10, 35 minus 35 0, 45 minus 35 10, 55 minus 20 35 20, 65 minus 35 30. If you summate all these, you will get if you multiply the f into deviations d, you will get minus 150, minus 260, minus 190, 0, 250, 240, 180. This sum, okay, sum of these values, that is sigma fd is equal to 70. Okay, we got a is equal to 35, n is equal to 100, sigma fd is equal to 70. That is 35 plus 70 by 100. If we substitute the same in the formula, that will become 35 plus 70 by 100. 35 plus 70 by 100 is nothing but 0.7. Then 35 plus 0.7 is equal to 35.7. Thus the mean marks of students is 35.7. Now we use step deviation methods for this purpose. Okay. In case of step deviation method, the calculations involved in the computation of arithmetic mean are further reduced by taking out the common factor from the deviations of mid value derived from the assumed mean. Usually the value of common factor would be the size of the class interval. Symbolically, it can be shown as x bar is equal to a plus sigma fd dash by n into c, uh, where x bar is equal to arithmetic mean, d dash is equal to step deviations of mid value taken from assumed mean, and sigma fd dash is equal to sum of the products of step deviation and their respective frequencies, where n is equal to number of observations and c is equal to common factor. Okay, now we consider a problem for understanding of this method. That is, he has given uh, marks of in a continuous form, that is 25 30 35 35 35 40 40 45 45 50 50 55, and the number of students are also given, that 25 30 marks who got between marks between 25 and 30 are 25 students. Number of students who got marks between 30 and 35 40. Number of students who got 35 40 marks between 35 and 40 are 60. Number of students who got marks between 40 and 45 are 75. Number of students who got marks between 45 and 50 is 20, and number of students who got marks between 50 and 55 are 10. Okay, now from the marks we need to find out the midpoint. In order to get the midpoint, we need to add the lower and upper limits, that is 25 plus 30 by 2, that is 55 by 2 is nothing but 27.5. 30 plus 35, 65 by 2 is equal to 32.5. 75 by 2 is equal to 37.5. 40 plus 45, 85 by 2 is equal to 42.5. 95 by 2 is equal to 47.5. 105 by 2 is equal to 2.5. In such a manner we will get the midpoint. And now m minus a is equal to d, that is we considered a as 37.5, and m is for the first value m is 27.5 minus 37.5 is equal to minus 10. 32.5 minus 37.5 is equal to minus 5. 37.5 minus 37.5 0. 42.5 minus 37.5 5. 47.5 minus 37.5 is equal to 10. 52.5 minus 37.5 is equal to 20. Here it was taken some wrong notions, two figures are wrong. Then we need to count d by c, common factor we need to consider here, that is if we multiply the same by 5, you will get minus 10 by 5, minus 2, minus 5 by 5, 1, 0 by 0, 0, 5 by 5, 1. This is 10 by 5, 2. This is 20 by, this will be you will get 4 here. That is sigma fd dash is given, that is minus 10 into minus 2, sorry, fd dash, we have d is minus 10, and f is given that 25 into, okay, a common factor we got. Now 25 into fd dash, d dash is 2, minus 25 into minus 2 minus 50, and 40 into minus 1 minus 40, 60 into 0 0, 75 into minus plus 1 75, and 75, then 20 into 2 40, it is right, and 10 into this will be 4, I think, 4 10 into 4 40. Here some small correction is needed, and we will get A is equal to 37.5, B is equal, that is sigma FD dash is 55. It will went something wrong. Here we need to add 65. The if we raise this by 10 figure, we will get some uh, 2 into this will be 4 into 4 into 10 40. If we add 10 65, it will become sigma FD dash will become 65 by 230. Okay, it will be some value that is around it will make some correction is required in this. Okay, you will find the procedure, you will come to know. Okay, next. Computation of combined mean we have in this session. Okay, computation of combined mean. Actually, uh, in case of arithmetic mean, the sizes of two or more related groups are known. The combined mean of all the groups can be obtained by combining the given series. The combined mean is denoted by x bar 12. Okay, and computed with the help of the following formula. That is, x bar 12 is equal to n1 x bar 1, n2 x bar 2, n3 nn x bar n by n1 plus n2 plus dash 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 nn. Okay, where x bar 12 is equal to combined mean of all the groups under study, x bar 1, x bar 2 and x bar n is equal to arithmetic mean of various groups of data. Then n1 n2 n is equal to number of observations of various groups. Here we have considered we have given that n1 is equal to 80, n2 is equal to 70, x1 is equal to 65, x2 is equal to 55. Substituting the values in the formula, that is x bar 12 is equal to 80 into 65 plus 70 into 55 by 80 plus 70. Okay, 80 into 65 you will get 5200 plus 70 into 55 3850 divided by 150. 80 plus 70 is equal to 150. It is equal to 9050 by 150, which is equal to 60.33. The combined average marks secured by the students of a class as a group is equal to 60.33. Okay, that is the combined average marks secured by the students, okay, of a class as a group is 60.33 is considered. Right, next, weighted arithmetic mean. While computing simple arithmetic mean, all items in the distribution are given equal importance despite their varying magnitudes. In practice, the data may consist some of the values which are more important than the other values. In such cases, simple arithmetic mean cannot be true representative of the distribution. Hence, proper weightage has to be given to various items of the data. Weights are to be assigned to various items of the series in accordance with their relative importance. When all the values of variables are assigned equal importance, weighted arithmetic mean is equal to arithmetic mean x bar w is equal to x bar. Okay, on the other hand, if the weights are assigned on the basis of relative importance of the values, that is largest value for larger items, weighted arithmetic mean will be greater than the simple arithmetic mean, that is x bar w greater than x bar. In the case, okay, in the words of Boddington, this principle of weighted average is very important in a factory where varying quantities are in evidence, and it will be necessary, for instance, to use in the average output per machine is required, and the machines are of different patterns are working under varying conditions. Now we will consider one example to understand this, and before that we will discuss a method. Okay, weighted arrangement, that is x bar weight is equal to sigma wx by sigma w. Okay, this is weighted arithmetic mean. X bar w is weighted arithmetic mean, and sigma w is equal to sum of the weights, sigma wx is equal to sum of the products of the values and their respective weights assigned. Now we will consider a problem, that is items is given and asked to find out the index numbers of weights also given, index numbers given, weights given, and asked to find out the weighted arithmetic mean. If A, B, C, D, E are the items and index numbers are 152, 125, 141, 133, 100 respectively. Weights are 35, 23, 18, 15 and 9 respectively. Then if you summate the weights, that will sigma W is equal to 100 and W into X, the product of weights and index numbers, that is index numbers is 5320, 2875, 2538, 1995 and 900 respectively, and the sum of these products is called sigma wx is called 13,628. 13,628 is equal to sigma wx and sigma w is equal to 100, whereas x bar w is equal to 13,628 by 100 is equal to 136.28. That means the weighted arithmetic mean of the index numbers is equal to 136.28. Okay. Now we'll discuss properties of arithmetic mean. Okay. There are important properties of arithmetic mean are as follows. The sum of deviations of all the values of variables taken from its arithmetic mean is always equal to 0. That is, taking into consideration the plus and minus signs. This property makes the arithmetic mean a point of balance. That is, when the deviations are taken from the arithmetic mean, the sum of the positive deviations is equal to the sum of the negative deviations. This is clear from the following. Okay, he has given one example, but we don't want to take that, as we have already seen the deviation method. Next, the sum of the squares of deviation of the observations taken from the arithmetic mean is minimum and is less than the sum of the squares of deviations of the items from any other value. And the arithmetic mean is susceptible to further mathematical treatments. Okay, since x bar is equal to sigma x by n, if any two values are given, the other value can be obtained by substituting the value in the formula. Thus the mathematical relationship of their property in this connection, okay, can be, that is x bar is equal to sigma x by n, we know that. Then sigma x is equal to x bar into n is equal to sigma x by x bar. Okay, next, if the arithmetic mean and number of observations of two or more related groups are known, the combined mean of all the groups can be computed by combining all the series. And last one, standard error of the arithmetic mean is always less than the standard error of any other measure of center tendency, such as median, mode, and geometric mean and harmonic mean. Next, we'll discuss merits of arithmetic mean. Merits or advantages, we can call them as computation of arithmetic mean is easy as it does not involve any tedious mathematical calculations. Simple mathematical knowledge of addition, multiplication and division is enough for computing the arithmetic mean, and the arithmetic mean is a computed mean, hence it is amenable for further algebraic treatment. And next, since the method of computation of arithmetic mean are defined scientifically, anyone who computes the arithmetic mean by any method for a given series will get the same answer. The arithmetic mean is typical and representative. Arithmetic mean is typical and representative in the sense that it is the center of the gravity and a point of balance of the value on either side of it. The arithmetic mean is a stable statistic and does not vary too much when repeated samples are taken from the same population. Arithmetic mean is computed on the basis of all the values of the variable. As such, it is considered to be a true representative of all the values of the variable. Unlike positional averages like median and quartiles. Okay, next we have limitations of AM. Since the arithmetic mean is computed on the basis of each and every item of the series, the extreme values of the data will unduly influence the value of arithmetic mean. In such cases, the value of arithmetic mean cannot be a true representative of the data. For example, if in a class the marks secured by 5 students are 80, 75, 90, 85 and 5, the average marks would be 80 plus 75 plus 90 plus 85 plus 5. That means the sum of these observations are 335 and the number of items are 5. That is equal to 67. All the values of the example are more or less consistent except one value, that is 5. Hence 5 is considered to be an extreme value, and it is because of this value the arithmetic mean is pulled down to 67. Only the extreme value 5 is influencing the average, right? Next, arithmetic mean computed for the data which contains open-end classes cannot be a typical value of the series, as the values of lower limit of the first class and upper limit of the last class are determined arbitrarily. Okay, if we determine the arbitrarily the first class and upper limit of the lower limit, then that will not be a typical value, because we are assuming and the arbitrary value is nothing but assumed value. Hence it may not be a typical value. Okay, and that means it is difficult and it won't give accurate results in case of open-end classes. Next, very often interpretation of arithmetic mean may mislead the reader in the absence of the other details of the data. Example, he has given years 2010, 2011, 2012, 13, 14 and college A 1500, 2000, 2500, 4000, 5000, 15, total 15,000 students. In the college B 5000, 4000, 2500, 2000, 1500, total 15,000. This data is different colleges, that is college A and college B. Number of passes in the year 2010, 12, 11, 12. If we consider this example, the arithmetic mean of passes in both the colleges is 3000. On the basis of the original data, while college A is showing an improving performance, college B is showing a declining performance. But this has not been revealed by the arithmetic mean. In the words of Horace Christ, if an average is taken as a substitute for detail, okay, then the arithmetic mean, in spite of the simplicity and care of calculation, has little to recommend where series are non-homogeneous. These two series, that is number of passes pertaining to college A and college B, are not homogeneous. Hence, in such cases, we may get misleading predictions. Right. Next, arithmetic mean cannot be located by inspection or by observation. And lastly, the other limitation is the computed arithmetic mean is not a typical value, because this value is quite often altogether different from that of the values given in the series. For example, the average of 4, 8 and 18 is 10. 4, 8, 18 is 10, which does not occur in the observations. Okay, whereas 4, 8, 18, 4, 8, 18 means 30. 30 by 3 is equal to 10. 10 is not in the 4, 8, 18. Okay, 10 is not there. We have only 4, 8, 18. That means which does not occur in the observations. We got 10 as average, but it does not there in the given series. Okay, despite the above this limitation, arithmetic mean is popularly used in as it is simple to calculate and easy to understand. Okay, with this we have finished the class. Thank you.